Good afternoon. Um, Good afternoon, my dear students. This afternoon, we are going to discuss regarding passing the teacher's licensure exam. However, this afternoon in our instructional video, we are going to focus on how to pass successfully the teacher's licensure exam. There are tips actually. But before that, we are going to know some basis on the seriousness of taking licensure exam. Here, we can see that part of the objectives of SPAMAS, our school, is passing the licensure exam. It is in the objectives number 1. Now, in ensuring that students pass the exam, it is very important for the students also to have some strategies or tips or some kind of guides on how to pass the licensure exam. Now, as you can see in these tables, as an overview, later on we're going to discuss it one by one. There are a lot of books here, a review material, and there are also a list of top-notchers. And on the board, there is this list of top-notchers during the last board exam. And the board exam is this month is going to be conducted this coming September 30. That will be the first for this year. Those who are interested to take are going to take the exam this September 30 next week. Now, the question now, are we all gonna pass the licensure exam? Later in the video, I'll show you some tips on how to pass the licensure exam. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I am Philomeno Eco from USN 4, and I would like to interview you on tips on how to pass licensure exam for teachers. And this is our project for instructional video on our Educational Technology 1 under Mount Sinita.
Have a seat.
Uh, Just like I've given you in the letter some questions, sir, I'd like to ask you questions same with what I've given you. So first, sir, I would like to ask, for how long have been SPAMAS conducting review for licensure exam for teachers, sir?
In preparation for the licensure examination for teachers, SPAMAS has been making its effort even go back in 2000, I guess in 2000. But it was just what we call that inclusion, it was just an integration to the subjects. However, only in 2007 where licensure examination for teachers review was initiated, and it was conducted every summer. And prior to the licensure examination in the August, because before the date of the examination was August, and last year it was initiated by Dr. Erwin Hiniralaw that a comprehensive review should be included in the curriculum of the BS Ed students. So the comprehensive review, it is now in 2 years in its implementation, and for the LET review, since 2007.
So what do you think, sir, is the rationale of Mr. President Hiniralaw in having this comprehensive review?
The comprehensive review is actually to help the students, especially in Malita, where here in our locality, there is no review centers, unlike the urban, just like in Digus and in Davao, na naa siya. However, here, we don't have, so the comprehensive review is to help the BSED students. Because passing the licensure exam is not an easy task. As I said, majority fails compared to those who are successful. In fact, only 2 to 4 out of 10 takers pass the licensure exam.
Yes, sir. So now that we have this comprehensive review, as the in charge for the monitoring of this implementation of the comprehensive review, sir, in your point of view, what is the probability now of the new batches of passing the LET exam?
Based on the last year's graduates, I can say that 7 out of 10. It means that if you will enroll at SPAMAS and you are 10 students, 7 of you will pass the licensure exam.
So that's how effective it is, sir.
Yes, it is that effective, and I hope it will continue. But again, it is still a challenge for us because it is not only SPAMAS who is also aspiring to achieve higher in that examination.
Yes, sir. So, with that, sir, you have done your part. Now, for the students, especially these FAMAS students, education, what is your tips to them, or tips for them to be guided, to really pass the exam in their part from you, sir?
Okay, if I were asked to give 3 tips, that should be study. First, study. Why? Because it is your responsibility as students to study. The licensure exam is a multiple choice exam, meaning the choices are given. So if you have read a lot, listen to your instructors, research a lot, I think you can pass the licensure exam. Second is to relax. Enjoy sometimes because sometimes our mind cannot accept any more information, especially when we are tired. So I suggest that you have to relax, be with your friends, be with your families. Then you can have that inspiration. You can have that motivation from them to pass the licensure exam. I think during that time, you will recall those moments when you are still a child where you wish, wherein you, during that time, you wish to help your parents, your brothers and sisters, when will, if ever you will graduate. And that will only happen if you will pass the licensure exam. So take time to relax, and lastly, pray. Again, we can do nothing without God, and we can only communicate to God through prayers. We should always keep in mind that during the examination, we are not alone in that room, in that chair. God is with us. So if we will only trust on Him, He will guide us during that licensure exam. That will add percentage probability to passing the licensure exam.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your time, for your consideration.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your tips to the students who are watching this video. And thank you very much, sir. And see you in the next licensure exam review, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome back. In this part of the video, I'm going to tell you now the tips on how to pass the licensure exam for teachers. This is tip number 1. This is the tip number 2. Okay, now that you have the tip number 1 and tip number 2, this now is tip number 3. Okay, there you are. You have seen tip number 1, tip number 2, tip number 3. This next tip is a very serious tip for you to pass the licensure exam. As you can see, the tip number 4 is this. Okay, the second to the last tip is the tip number 5. This is regarding about your health condition. So this is tip number 5. Okay, you're back again. As you can see, we are in the last part of how to pass the licensure exam. And this is the last one, the 6th part, on how to pass the licensure exam. Okay, you're back. And those are the tips in passing the licensure exam for teachers. Actually, those tips passing the exam are according to Josephine Gail at Chacoso Porter, UP Diliman. Actually, she was the number 1 and her grades was 88.20. Now, to sum it up, 1 is accumulate as many reviewers as you can. Meaning to say, as much as you can, you have to collect as many as reviewer as available for you. Now, the second one is spend as much time in mastering all available reviewers. Actually, it only means that spend time studying hard the reviewers that you have collected. Now, the number 3 that she said is do better than others. This just simply means that you have to prioritize, most importantly, studying for your left exam. And the 4th one is sweat it out, which means you have to study well. You just don't study just for the sake of it, but you have to study well. Now, the number 5 is regarding the physical health. No? It is take good care of your health. As you can see in the first videos and the pictures, there are those eat healthy food, exercise regularly, have enough time to relax and play, and have sufficient and sound sleep. So sleep well. And those are the key ingredients in passing, or if not, if you can, even more, you can top the LET exam. Now the last one, the most important one, is number 6. Strengthen your faith. Remember, to top the LET, or to pass the LET, for that matter, you need inspiration, dedication, determination, discipline, and faith. So, that's all. Good day and good luck to your exam.